Hi everyone. Long time no speak. This is Anna again, the oldest daughter of Gina. It's been a while since I've spoken with you guys. I'm glad to be here with you today to show you this new journal that my mom has created. If I remember right, it's already been sold, but it is by far the largest journal I've ever seen her create. I've got some lace and some butterflies on the back. There's a doily that comes around the spine to the front. This doily is real lace, it's not paper. And we have a boot here with some flowers coming out of it. And if I go like that, you might be able to see the glossy accenting that she did there. Now, before I crack this open, I just want to make sure that you guys know that any supplies that she got from other people, other kind people who sent them to her in boxes, or any ideas she got from other crafters, or any sort of digital kits that she used, she's going to list their names in the description. So if any of you guys have any questions about any elements in here, just look through there and you should be able to find the culprit. So, and another thing to remember, I am merely a spectator when it comes to her creating these beautiful works of art. So while I can admire, I definitely am not an expert on the actual terms or how to. She's taught me some things, but I am by no means skilled at this sort of thing. It's definitely more her arena. So, let's open it up here. It's a lace ribbon closure. It's all nice and roughed up here. Got some stainings in it. Okay. And we've got some note paper here to write on, as well as this little clip with some lace on it. Oh, let me lower that to where you can see. Got a clipping in these little danglies. One of them has a rose on it, or a flower of some sort, and it's got more lace. And a little note card. Almost makes it look like a cute little clipboard. And we've got a pink gingham background that has a little tuck spot in the shape of a heart with two little flowers, a little bejeweled in there. We've got a "This Book Belongs To" with a space on the back to write. And we also have a little tag that has some, looks like a map, and some letters and stamps. And on the back there's some lines to write. Personally, I like lines when I write because otherwise they tend to go with their own flow, so to speak. So this is one of my favorite stamps that she has, the birds on a wire one. She's had it for some time. And this paper, as well as I believe the one before it, they've been either tea or coffee dyed. So she tends to flip between those two every now and again. And then this paper, if I remember right, is from a digital kit. Don't ask me which digital kit, because I don't know, but their name will be in the description. There's the birds on a wire once again. And then we come to this cute little half page where we have a Patricia pocket, I believe, that's edged in lace, and it's got a bird on it. It's got a little place to flip and journal. We have a tuck with some flowers on it, once again from another digital kit, I'm sure, and a place to write on the back. Then we have a little envelope that appears to have been created by some old book paper, perhaps from a dictionary or some other old book. and it looks like she Mod Podged some napkin on it, and then she added this little applique decal with a rhinestone in the middle. And inside the pocket we've got a little note card, place to write, and then we have oh, look at that. Oh, that is cool. We have some tickets to write on. Cool. And I think that's everything in that pocket. Yeah. So we'll just tuck those back in there. Then tuck it back in here. There's some space back there to journal. Got some paper to write some notes. Ooh. That almost makes me dizzy. Birds on a wire, that seems to be a theme in this. We've got another digital kit. And we have a tuck spot here. I believe this is a horizontal belly band. And on the tuck it says, "May God, who understands each need, who listens to every prayer, bless you and keep you in his tender, loving care." I like that. And there's a place on the back to journal. Lots of space to write in this one. There's a butterfly, and they've got some thick lace there. More notebook paper. More stamps. Some nice designs there. I would dare say, if you wanted to color that, I would do that. There's a little flip. Oh, there's a quote on the back. It says, "Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference." Winston Churchill. Looks like she may have used our typewriter for that, or just a typewriting font. Either way, it's gorgeous. Okay, so we've got what looks to be a digital kit of an old check with some stamps on it. Then on the back we've got a stamp of a rose and a place to journal. And it goes behind this paper doily tuck with a butterfly on it. And it's all attached to this old book page. On the other side, there's another butterfly that also seems to be a theme. Maybe it's just flying things in this one. But it appears to be a digital kit of an old letter with a stamp and a butterfly and a mill, perhaps? Maybe? Oh, it's got a teapot under it. Maybe it tears up tea? I don't know. But it's cool looking. And then we've got a stamp of a keyhole. That's really pretty. I like that. And we tuck it back in there. Move along to this pocket edged in lace. Ooh, and it's got a big journaling card with a corset on the front. Those are painful. I've had to wear the modern version of a corset. Well, semi-modern. And it wasn't as drastic as that, but it still hurt after a while. Great posture. You look great, but it's not fun. Okay, we've got a dress form here. I think that's a stamp. And then we got some nice lines for journaling. Let me make sure there's nothing else in there. Okay. Alright, we got a lot of tucks in here. Let's start from the bottom and work our way up. So we got a lot of book page here. It appears to be old recipes. We've got some nice lace here. Oh, sorry if you guys are shaking. I accidentally hit my tripod. Okay, we've got a souvenir postcard digital kit. From a digital kit. I don't even know if I'm phrasing that right. Y'all understand though. Okay, we've got two other tucks. one with a pretty barrel full of flowers. That's goals. That's garden goals right there. I would love that in a garden. And then we've got some bright colors on pink. Plenty of space to write down quotes or messages, positive affirmations. Okay, we've got, oh, looks like she used some embossing. I can't remember the specific term for it, but she uses it a lot. She's just gotten into it, where it embosses a whole thing at once, or a whole strip at once. I'm sure she'd be able to tell you much better than I, but this tag appears to have been covered over with a napkin and then Mod Podged. It's got that really cool, wrinkly feeling. We have this, which looks like it's from her book about chairs, I think. It was a really random find I think she found at a yard sale. And it was a book with a lot of pictures of chairs and describing them, and it was interesting, but she's managed to find a use for it. We are each gifted in a unique and important way. It is our privilege and our adventure to discover our own special light. Mary Dunbar. I like that. Okay, that appears to be the other side of the note paper. Osborne's Golden Drops, a cure for deafness. Interesting. Got more crinkly paper. We've got another horizontal belly band here, and it's got another one of my favorite stamps because I got it for her. That's why it's my favorite. And a space for journaling. And does this flip open? It sure does. Lots more space to write or put pictures. And we've got a really delicate piece of lace along the top here. So let's tuck that back in. Ooh, I like that, with all the birds and the cages. And there's the bottom part of that notes page. I love the flower decoration that they have on those. Okay, so here's the other side of that half page. It's got another Patricia pocket right here. And it's got a corner punch right there with a flower. It's Belgian State Railways and Mail Packet Service. Cool. Oh, and we've got little star stamps on the back with plenty of space to write, to draw, doodle. Got another nice sounding page. Then we have the other side of that gingham page with a similar heart tuck with another flower, a very sparkly center to that. And the story begins with another little tag and a place to write. Alright, and as you can see, that's the end of the first signature. We've got 2 more to go. So much to see, so little time. Okay, right off the bat with this one, another page full of tucks. We got some hearts here. I really like this postcard with the pen nib, the quill nib. And we go up here to these 3. Looks like she Mod Podged over this. I feel like it makes the flowers so much brighter with some lace on the top. We've got a flower stamp on the back. More flowers. Looks like this was a postcard. Yeah. Very pretty. I hope I'm holding these to where it's not being shrouded by shadow. Here's another tag where she embossed the back really prettily, and then she Mod Podged the front with a really cool looking napkin with birds all over it and a cage. Okay, let me make sure I stack these right before I put them back in. Okay, and there's a cool stamp at the top with a heart and some swirls. Here's another page from a digital kit. And we've got a tuck here. She used a paper clip attached to this. Oh, I think that's permanently affixed to the paper clip. That's cool. A lady with a nice hat. And we have another lady with a nice hat. It looks like an ad for seeds. Oh, and a crown on the back to crown whatever quotes you happen to put there. And, if I noticed correctly, oh, yep, this does flip out. And it's got some really cool darkening and interesting patterns right there. Okay, so we tuck that back in there, and we use that to there we go. Ta-da! Okay, so we have another one of these notes pages, the ones that I told you about before with the nice flower detail on the bottom. We have this really cool piece of paper with a heart with some swirls on the top. More nice grungy bits of paper. Those are always cool to have in these journals. We've got a little heart doodad hanging from this lace. Two different types of lace on this one. And it appears she used a paper bag to create this little pocket. And we've got, says babies, mothers, and patrons at baby clinic, Riverfront Playgrounds, Allentown, Pennsylvania. That's kind of cool, with another quill nib. I'll tuck that back in there before showing you this envelope that she made. It's got this little medallion here that's been glossy accented, so you can kind of see the glossy, and it folds out into a paper that you can journal on. Okay, just put that back in there. And we have young women with arms outstretched, morning greeting in Madrid at Museo del Prado. That's pretty, I like that. Okay. Allow yourself to be a beginner. No one starts off being great. Words to live by. Okay, so we've got some flowers that have been fussy cut out and glued on top of this lace, which has been glued to this journaling card. Then we've got a tuck in the back with two little tags for you to write the things of your soul, of your mind, Oh, and we have some more. I'm assuming it's from the same or a similar artist on this side of that paper. More young ladies. We've got a book page from a journal about horticulture, I believe. I think it goes through different different botanical happenings in each month, which is why it says July. I could be completely wrong in that, but it says white water lily, or Nymphea alba, and then the great dragonfly, Letinus pugnax. I'm not good with Latin unless I'm singing it, so forgive me if I totally butchered that. Here we've got, oh, that is really pretty. Look at that. We have this really cool journaling card with this edge, and you see the washi tape repeated down here, where it looks like marble with gold in the grooves. We've got a flower up here. It looks to be coffee or tea dyed. We've got a very ornate crown here. Then we flip it open to reveal this little tag along with this detailing here and this detailing here, and it is affixed to this little flip out with this little paper clip with two bits of rather interesting ribbon, lace, what have you. I feel like I'm saying the word little a lot. Forgive me for my repetition, but a lot of things in these happen to be little, so. On this page, it has some thicker lace down at the bottom, and it says Forever Young. It's got a vine kind of crawling up around the corner here. We've got a dress that you can write on the back. And we have a postcard of Cool Water Cottages Motel. And this is in the heart of Maggie Valley, US Highway 19. Oh, Waynesville, North Carolina. With more of that washi tape up on the corner there. Okay. Here's the back side of that page. Here's another grungy tea or coffee dyed page. Ooh, it's a really pretty page from a digital kit. We've got a little tuck in the middle of the signature here, made out of notebook paper. And it has this small round journaling card with some flowers and a dragonfly on it, and it appears to have been put onto a already existing journal. You can kind of see some of the old writing there, maybe. Really pretty. So we see that altogether this created a old-timey bicycle. Oh, and this is technically the center of the entire book. Okay. So here is another page full of tucks. So we have this one that kind of peeks through the window here. We've got a woman who appears to be sewing, with some space to write on the back. Oh, Make sure I tuck it into the right place. There we go. That way you see her in that little window. Oh, how cunning. And then we've got two other journaling cards. One of them appears to be a interesting conglomeration of things. A scuba diving helmet with a metal heart on the bottom. And then a pourpierre, which I guess is a kind of flower. Right there. We'll tuck that back in. And then we have another postcard. It says the Moravian Graveyard in Old Salem. And that is in North Carolina as well. She must have found a thrift shop with a lot of North Carolina postcards. We have another page from that. Oh, actually, I think it's the other side of that page that said July on it earlier. We've got a giant campanula. And then we've got a bird back here. Perhaps a hummingbird. Okay, so up top here we've got what looks to be a small mansion. Maybe it's the Biltmore Estate, if we're going with the North Carolina theme. I could be wrong. And it looks like she put that on a old book page before putting it on this piece of paper, under which she tucked this journaling card of this pretty young lady with flowers and the French colors. Not specifically the French colors, but I'm assuming since it has French down here that they're meaning it to be similar to the French flag. We have the Duchess of Alba, Madrid, Biblioteca Nacional. That's cool. I kind of like that. It's a little creepy because she doesn't have pupils in her eyes, but you know, maybe it was meant that way. So on this it says Simple Blessings with a heart. We've got a couple of tucks in here. We've got a picture of a pretty cool hat. Looks kind of rough. I'd still wear it. Got another tuck on the other side. Just a plain tag with a little bit of thick lace. Okay, now in the big pocket created by the paper bag, we have a note card that appears to have a piece from a digital kit pasted onto it with a sunflower stamp on the back. We have a blue toned paint chip with some lines on the back for journaling. Tuck that back in here. Make sure there's nothing else in there. Okay. There's a little random writing on the back there that says mystery bag. Oh, we've got a cool sort of swirl on the back here. Got some roughed up graph paper. Got a page with this lady on it. Oh, and there's the other side of that note paper. Okay, so here's another one of those paper clips that has the cool detail attached to it with a little postcard with a cute little bird on it. And then Tucked under that is this really cool journaling card with a butterfly on the back, stamped on the back. And on the front it appears to be an old map with a banknote and then another little butterfly. And then, just like the other side, this also flips out with the tan detailing. So let's tuck that back in correctly. And put that back on there. And then we come to another page full of tucks. Okay, so we've got this guest check that's been embossed. And on the front, she's Mod Podged a piece of napkin with a bunch of flowers on it and a little bird's nest. We've got another one of those beautiful postcards with the really pretty big flowers on it. We have a mason jar with some flowers in it, with a compass stamp on the back and plenty of space to write. And it all is tucked inside of this tuck right here with this really pretty paper. Okay. And now we've reached our final signature of the book. I know. It's come too soon. You want more. You see that we have the June paper from that book. We have more chairs and options of styling them. Ooh, with a lot on the other side. We have a tag. It appears that she used that journaling paper from before and stamped on top of it. You can see faintly some writing behind it. And the stamp has a lacy border with a little bird in the middle. And then we've got the little star stamp in the corner with plenty of space to write a quote or a thought. We've got a little envelope that's been pasted onto the page as a tuck spot for this. And inside of it we have a little